Well, Jocelyn Young, all the way from WA for the wedding of David Morris and Steph Flippiard, will be going around for her first assignment at Club Menangle tonight. I caught up with Jocelyn to discuss her first experience at headquarters and also her career back home. Well, Jocelyn, thanks for joining us. How was that first drive at Club Menangle?
Yeah, well, it all worked out really well and it was a good experience, so I couldn't have asked for much more.
Yeah, nice. Fifth by Cherish the Memories, probably getting close to a win.
Yeah, I think if she draws, she's probably better like on the front end or up in the breeze, but when behind the leader was there, I sort of had to go there. Yeah, she goes along good, but I think she's better sort of up and rolling rather than trying to sprint her a quick quarter.
Jocelyn, you haven't made the trip all the way from WA for just one drive at Club Menangle. You've been here for the wedding of Steph Flippiard and David Morris.
Yeah, that was really good. I was on Davey's case quite a while back when he was getting married, and then he told me I was one of the first on the wedding list, so I had to make the effort to get over.
And you've had a couple of experiences with Steph, with Lady Drivers Championships.
Yeah, I think we went to Tassie together. I don't think either of us had any joy though.
And how was the wedding?
Yeah, it was really good. It was down at Camden Valley Inn. It was beautiful.
Well, back home in WA, you started your career as an 8-year-old when you received your first pony, and that led you to getting involved with the pony trots.
Yeah, I had her till I was about 25 as well, so she had a good innings and she taught me a lot, as ponies are. They're little menaces, and yeah, I've got to give her a lot of credit.
You've got an outstanding family background in harness racing. Your father, Kim, is certainly one of the most successful and respected trainer drivers in WA.
Yeah, pretty lucky to have the background that we've got, and Dad never let us miss watching a replay with him.
Now, on your mother's side, Margaret, there's certainly a lot of harness racing tradition there. Your late grandfather, Ray Grantham, what a wonderful career he had, and he was driving up until the age of 78.
Yeah, as I said, very lucky, and I now train from his farm and get to sort of continue on his legacy, which is an honour. And yeah, got to watch him go around in his last few races and trials, and he right till he was pretty ill, and he still liked to give us a few tips here and there, and I think that sort of kept him going. It gave him something to keep his mind busy.
What was the most important bit of advice he did give you?
He always used to tell me when I'm sitting in the breeze to just sit back a little bit, don't be up there eyeballing them, because I get a little bit keen out there.
I heard similar information come from one of the legends of our sport, Brian Gath. He said you could always dictate the terms from outside the leader, just don't get too anxious.
Yeah, that's right. I think it depends a lot on the horse that you're driving, obviously, but I like it. It's a good spot to be.
And you had a special moment to remember your grandfather's memory. A race named in his honour. On that particular card, you drove a winner.
Yeah, I think it was I had a few drives that day, and it was all the family were there, and it was the last race of the day, and I drove a horse for Michael Brennan, and the race set up perfectly, and he won really well. So that was awesome.
Jocelyn, despite the fact that you come from a wonderful harness racing background, your parents didn't really want you to get involved in harness racing.
Yeah, that was mostly Mum. She thought that there was better things to do, but there's not.
And that resulted in you doing a TAFE course.
Yeah, so I went to TAFE and did personal training, but that wasn't to be, obviously. So I'm back here, yeah.
And during that time with the TAFE course, you suffered a serious back injury in a car accident.
Yeah, I was in a 3-car crash, and that sort of slowed up the personal training and pushed me back towards the horses, so I'm a little bit grateful.
You were driving the trials one day, and Nathan Turvey was sitting in his car watching the trials, and an impressive number of drives, courtesy of you, made Nathan ask you to work for him.
Yeah, I think he got me when all the hard work was done. Two of my uncles, they really helped me out, put me through trials. I had a lot of help. Nathan got me when I was nearly finished my trials. Yeah, he was sitting up there in his car, and then he asked me to work for him. So that was good. It was a really good start. He gave me a good opportunity, and got to give him some credit for getting here. Yeah.
And of course, those uncles, Shane and David, both successful.
Yeah, my Uncle Shane's having great success with his young filly, Wonderful to Fly, at the moment, so that's good to see. He breaks them in and educates them and goes right through, so it's good to see a little trainer doing it on the big stage.
Apart from Nathan Turvey, also Justin Prentice, you've been able to work with him?
Yeah, I worked for Justin for 8 months. That was a really good experience. Just a little bit far from home. I was driving there every day, so that wore thin pretty quick. But he gave me a really good opportunity where I won the Oaks in 2019. So you work hard and good things come.
It certainly does, and the fact that you decided to persevere with harness racing, as you had 2019, the WA Oaks with Has No Fear, which is certainly right in your alley, having no fear after that car accident, bouncing back, just rewards.
Yeah, I sort of it didn't stop me. It's not like I was in hospital or anything. It was just a bit of pain. You just got to push through it, and nothing's really changed now. So you just keep going, and I just keep sort of setting goals to where I want to be, and hopefully keep reaching them.
That certainly would have been a very proud moment for the family after telling you to walk away from harness racing to be there receiving a Group 1 trophy.
Yeah, no one was there, but obviously I was the outsider. But they're all very, very encouraging and very supportive, and I reckon that they'd be pretty proud watching me here.
7 years in the industry, you've driven over 300 winners. Is there any chance we're going to see you on a more regular basis at Club and Angle? Would you like to come over this way?
I've got a really good opportunity at home with some good owners and nice horses. I'm building up a little team, and as I said, I work from my grandparents' farm, so it's a lot to leave behind, but it probably wouldn't be the worst thing to come and try something new. I'm really about that. I feel like there's always more to life, and I'm always looking for bigger things. So yeah, you never know.
And how many horses would you like to have under your care?
I normally have about six to 10 is good for me, so I can do all the 1%ers. I ended up with 13 at one stage, and it was just too much. So I think at the moment I have 5, and they're all ticking along nicely. So I'll just keep it around there, I think.
And Jocelyn, the race you just completed, it was taken out by a former WA resident in Corey Peterson, Smooth Rye. Corey's certainly starting to make a name for himself on the East Coast.
Yeah, he's doing really well. It's good to see. He had a bit of a rocky start, and now he's finding his feet. So just shows you if you put your mind to it and you work hard, then good on him.
Well, Josh, it's been great to catch up with you. Hopefully this is not going to be the last time. Hopefully we'll see you back at Club and Angle, and maybe like Corey in the winner's circle.
Yeah, that'd be better, wouldn't it? Thanks.